Started outside hitter, joined with Erica Pritchard, the two transfers both starting at outside hitter. Then Johnny Parker, just clipping that 1,000 career kills last night. Also starts, Gabby Blossom starts at setter. Allie Holland and Caitlin Horde in the middle, both standing 6'3 plus. I mean, just monsters in the middle. And rounding things out at libero, Jenna Hampton. As now the lights come back on, we're about set to get underway here. The teams have their huddles. And now we're about set to get underway. Emma, what do you expect from today's match, really? How do you see this one going?
I really think today they're going to be focused on not letting the hype of the atmosphere get to them too much, even though there is a good showing here. I think with Oregon State, they can't underestimate them, though. Even though Oregon State isn't necessarily the greatest on the reputation with their record, still Penn State has to give their A game to be able to put this one away.
It's a good analysis there. As you mentioned, Oregon State, they're a good team. It's just their record doesn't exactly have it to show for, and they have plenty of good players, especially with Goings up front, Sholshiski, the setter. And now it'll be Penn State to serve here. Gabby Blossom to serve out of the back right corner. Penn State in their home whites, blue accents. Jenna Hampton, the libero, in all blue. Oregon State in their road blacks with orange accents. Libero Macy in the white. Penn State sends it over from right to left here. A little bit of an overpass, and it goes over the net and out of bounds there. Tough start for the Beavers. Chachenko there having a little trouble with the Blossom serve. Blossom back to serve once again. She had a pair of aces last night against Iowa State. Floats it over, goes back to Chachenko, that time able to corral it here. It's set for Kelly, she whiffs on it, but Penn State able to get it under. Here's Horde, nice dig there by Macy. Here's Bourne, left antenna, nice dig there by Hampton. Blossom to Pritchard, tries to go cross court, a little strong as it sails over. The back line will be out. Pritchard maybe saying it was tipped, didn't look like it.
One thing with Oregon State, though, is they did end up getting the point. However, that beginning part where the middle blocker completely misjudged her jump is not a good thing where you want to be, because you need to rely on somebody next to you to be able to get the free ball. And especially in this type of atmosphere, you don't want to have to do that.
Emma Villaluz back to serve here out of the left corner. Sent over, received by Pritchard. Here's Horde. Nice dig by Macy. Something called there, and it'll be a point for Penn State. They call a double touch there on Oregon State. Makes it 2-1 in the first set. Erica Pritchard will go back to serve. Sent over, line drive, received by Macy. Oregon State out of system here. Bourne sends it over. Blossom to Horde, down the middle. Caitlin Horde, once again from her spot in the middle. Nice tap over, finds a soft spot in the defense, makes it 3-1 Penn State.
Caitlin Horde really knows how to take advantage of those holes in the offense.
Pritchard sent over. Macy, a little bit of an overpass and has to be dumped over by Sholshiski, and it goes out of play. Beavers not really settling into their offense. It's 4-1 Penn State. Pritchard will continue to serve at that right middle area of the back line. Received out of the back row by Goings. Now it comes to Goings, left antenna, tries to go cross court, and she does. Nice kill there by Maddie Goings, able to catch the back line.
Especially in that back corner, it's really difficult, especially as a libero, to be able to take that corner. It's a really good job by Goings.
Madison Kelly now to serve out of the left corner. Sent over, received by Pritchard. Blossom to Horde once again, and there's not much you can do there when Caitlin Horde's coming down the middle there. Another kill for Horde, that's her second of the night. Makes it 5-2 Penn State. She'll check out. And coming in is Allie Holland. Swap of middle blockers there for head coach Russ Rose. It'll be Jenna Hampton to serve it at the left corner now. Sent over, and Beavers able to lay off that one as Hampton a little strong with it as it sails over the back line.
Yeah, that's not typical of Hampton to sail it just past the inbounds line, but sometimes, every once in a while, you just get that slip.
Ellie Turner checking in and now to serve for the Beavers out of the right corner. Hits the tape and falls to the hardwood. There's a service ace for Ellie Turner, and 2 straight points for the Beavers makes it 5-4 Penn State in the first set. She'll continue to serve for the Beavers, Turner. Line drive there, received by Pritchard. Blossom sets it up for Parker, goes cross court, and Ellie Turner not able to dig that one. And Johnny Parker on the board makes it 6-4 Penn State. That was a bullet right there.
That really was. And also with Ellie Turner, she leads the roster with 6 service aces. So she has killer serve, so good job on Penn State to get that.
And there's a service ace for Johnny Parker there. A receiving error that time by Emma Villaluz. Just ricocheted off her hands and had a little difficulty with there. Iowa State also had trouble last night dealing with Penn State's serves. Lily Parker to serve out of the right corner. Goes back to Villaluz, able to corral that one. Here it is for Goings, left pin, and she goes cross court once again. Jenna Hampton not able to get underneath it, makes it 5-7. Checking in for Oregon State, Ryan White, the 5'6" freshman defensive specialist. And now she's back to serve out of the left corner. Goes cross court, Rollins with the receive. Blossom tries to set it over, sails over the back out of the near side line. Makes it 6-7 Oregon State trails.
Those particular serves that have that downward spin are really hard to be able to dig it up evenly so you can set up a good hit.
Off the tape there, Pritchard able to receive it though. Rollins here slaps it over. Here's Shulshiski. Over to Shell, near pin. And she's able to knock it down off the hands of Holland, and Rollins going for the block. We're tied at 7. And Ryan White will continue to serve. It seems Gabby Blossom is talking with the official at the net here. Not sure what it was. Now Russ Rose having some words with the official. Do you have any idea what it might be?
It seems to be maybe a miscommunication between the refs and the coaches as to what the call could be. Not.
There's Ryan White there with the service error. Gives the point to Penn State, makes it 8-7. Adana Rollins will go back to serve here. Rollins, the Minnesota transfer, a big transfer for Penn State. They picked up 2 big ones in Pritchard and Rollins, and certainly brings a lot of experience to this Penn State lineup. Here's Tkachenko, left pin, dug by Penn State. Here's Holland down the middle. Allie Holland gets on the board with her first kill, makes it 9-7 Penn State, and looks like they're going to continue to go back to that middle point with their middle blockers there. Yeah,
the middles are always really hard to predict, especially because it's a quick turnaround between setter and hitter, so they have to be ready for it.
Here's Shell, near side. Lindsay Shell goes down the right side and gets it over the hands of Jenna Hampton. Now they only trail 8-9. It's been quite the dogfight to start this first set here. Grace Macy back to serve out of the left corner. Line drive there, received by Hampton. Here's Parker down the middle, and it's just over the back line there. That happened last night. Johnny Parker coming from the back row. She's not able to get that one down, and ties and allows this game to be tied back up at 9.
Yeah, that's always tough. When it comes off your hands, it feels really good, and then when it comes out, it's just really unfortunate.
Here's Pritchard, left pin, there it is. Erica Pritchard, cross court, gets it in the back corner, and Penn State takes the 10-9 lead. Caitlin Horde coming back in. And Allie Holland will be back to serve out of the left corner of Penn State's side, heading right to left. Here's Shulshiski, sets it to Tkachenko, goes cross court, nice dig by Holland. Blossom to Parker, she tries to tap it over cross court. Not able to get enough of it as it heads into the net there, and another error by Penn State allows Oregon State to tie it at 10.
Yeah, errors seem to be plaguing Penn State in a lot of different ways, and right now they can't let that truly get into their mindset, because the more plays you let slip, the harder it is to get back into it.
Shulshiski back to serve. Received by Pritchard. Blossom to Pritchard once more off the hands. Nice dig there by White. Free ball sent over by the Beavers. Hampton. Here's set to Pritchard, and there it falls. Shulshiski not able to get underneath it, and Erica Pritchard gets her second kill of the night, makes it 11-10 Penn State. Gabby Blossom will go back to serve. Coming out of the middle of the back line, received by Macy. Here's Chachenko, blocked at the net, but it falls back on Penn State's side. Makes it 11-11. That was Pritchard and Horde with the double block attempt there.
Yes.
You go ahead.
Sorry. They had a good form there coming up at the top of the net. And sometimes if you're not close enough or you don't get close enough to your other blocker, it can go straight between your hands, and that's really hard to try and dig back out.
Here's Pritchard with the receive. Here's Parker, left pin blocked by the Beavers, but covered by Penn State. Parker once more. Here's Kelly, tries to tap it over, and she, once again, it kind of seemed like she mistimed her jump, and it kind of slid off her fingers a little bit. Substitution for Penn State, Cassie Kirshen checking in for Erica Pritchard, and she'll go back to serve. Kirshen, a freshman defensive specialist. She serves out of the left corner, received by the Beavers. Here's Goings, left pin, blocked at the net. Erica Pritchard, Johnny Parker and Caitlin Horde. That time, no error on the block by Penn State, makes it 13-11.
That was almost a picture-perfect block because the two had communicated to be able to go over to the right side and be able to have their hands up like a brick wall. So it was a great play.
Kirshen sent over. Here it's set for Bourne, near pin, able to catch the back line down the right side. It was certainly close. Makes it 13-12. And it'll be Madison Kelly back to serve. She'll be serving out of the left corner. Line drive received by Kirshen. Set to Parker, right pin, taps it over. A nice play by Johnny Parker, disguising what looked like was going to be a bullet of an attack, just with a nice little tap.
Yeah, that was good. A good read by Johnny Parker. She was able to see the hole right there, so she didn't have to hit it as hard into a libero. So that was a good read for her.
Hampton checking back in for Penn State. She sends it over on the serve. Here's Shell down the middle. Nice dig by Hampton. Here's Rollins, near pin, off the hands of Solshiski. Beavers out of system here. They'll send a free ball over. Nice job to corral it. Here it's set to Holland, down the middle and off the hands. Allie Holland gets a kill there, makes it 15-12, Penn State in the first set. And it looks like the Beavers will opt to take a timeout here as Penn State takes the 15-12 lead. Well, we'll be back after this quick break here. You're listening to Penn State Women's Volleyball here on Big Ten Plus. State College, Pennsylvania here. It's a nice morning for some volleyball, surprisingly, here as Penn State taking on Oregon State. Day 2 of the Penn State Classic. 17th ranked Nittany Lions currently lead Oregon State 15-12. I'm Matt Scouser, joined alongside me Emma Holtz here in the first set. Jenna Hampton will be back to serve out of the left corner as Penn State's traveling right to left, Oregon State left to right. And another service error there by Jenna Hampton as it sails over the back line. Kind of confusion there between the Beavers. Worked out in their favor.
Exactly, and with Jenna Hampton too, normally her serve comes down and dips towards the back, so the fact that she's sending over floaters is not typical. But they can work if you can put it in the right position.
Turner with the serve there, and here's Holland down the middle, and it will fall. Allie Holland there with another kill. That's her third of the morning. I was about to say afternoon. It's still morning here. That's a team high now. 3 kills for Holland. Makes it 16-13. And it'll be Johnny Parker to serve out of the right corner. Received by Macy. Here it's set to Goings. Left pin, and she gets it to go once again. Maddie Goings has got it going here. That's her third kill. Makes it 14-16, Oregon State trails.
Goings had a great read towards the middle of the back there. She can see that the defense was kind of setting up in a diamond-type formation. She was able to get it straight down to the middle, so there was no chance of returning it.
Here's Ryan White to serve. Off the tape there, but Holland able to get underneath it. Blossom sets to Rollins there, off the block, and Beavers not able to get underneath it there. Chichenko going with a pancake dig, but not able to get it up enough as it falls to the hardwood. Makes it 17-14, Penn State leads. Erica Pritchard comes back in, taking out Cassie Kirshen, and Adana Rollins will go back to serve for the Nittany Lions out of the right corner. Floats it over, received by the Beavers. Here it's set to Shell, and Parker able to get underneath it, but it sails out of bounds there. That was a bullet attack there by Lindsay Shell.
It was. There's not much you can do whenever the ball is coming down at you straight away like that, and it'll ricochet off your forearms in a certain way, and sometimes you just can't help with the direction.
Grace Macy back to serve, sent over, received by Hampton. Blossom to Holland, goes cross court. Allie Holland, that's her 4th kill of the morning, and it's a great kill, goes cross court, finds that soft spot. Penn State leads 18-15. Holland now back to serve for the Nittany Lions out of the left corner. Sent over and received. Solshinsky to Chichenko off the block of Hort and Blossom, but it sails out of bounds. Makes it 16-18, the Beavers' only trail.
Yeah, that was a good block attempt that they tried. They did end up blocking the ball, but the ricochet of just the force of the ball just was too much, and it went out of bounds.
Solshinsky back to serve for the Beavers. Sent over and received by Pritchard. Set back to Pritchard here. And it's off the block of Bourne and Kelly, and out of play. Gives the point there to Penn State. Gabby Blossom now to serve for Penn State. Coming down the middle there. She's slowly working her way over towards the benches. Macy, here's set to Kelly. Nice dig by Hampton. Free ball sent over by Penn State. Here it is set to Bourne. Tries to tap over. Blossom there. Hampton with the pass over to Parker. Off the hand, Solshinsky. Beavers are out of system here, and a free ball will be sent over by Macy. Hampton. Here's to Horde. Down the middle. Caitlin Horde. That was quite the rally there, and Caitlin Horde able to cap it off with her 3rd kill of the morning. Makes it 20-16.
From the little bit of volleyball that I've dabbled in my day, when you go in with long rallies, it can get taxing on both sides. So that Caitlin Horde's able to just quickly find that hole is a great play.
Here's a free ball sent over by the Beavers as they were out of system. Here's Horde once again down the middle, tries to tap it, and she does. And there's Caitlin Horde once again, 2 straight kills, brings her kill total to 4. And a timeout will be taken by Oregon State here. Nittany Lions starting to go ahead. They have a 3-0 scoring run here, and we'll come back after the break. Penn State leads 21-16 here on Big Ten Plus. 21-16, Penn State leads over Oregon State here in the morning match of Day 2 of the Penn State Classic. And if you're just joining us, I'm Matt Scouser, joining alongside me, Emma Holtz. Penn State currently on a 3-0 scoring run, and Gabby Blossom's back to serve once again for Penn State.
21-16, Blossom to serve.
Blossom serving now out of the left corner, right in front of the Penn State bench as Penn State heads right to left on the radio dial. Solshinsky sets it up for Chichenko at the left pin. Dug by Rollins. Here's Pritchard, taps it over, left pin, and it falls. Solshinsky not able to get her hand underneath it, and it makes it 21-16 Penn State.
Pritchard was able to find that hole in the center there, and it's always harder for the liberos to be able to get to the center, especially with that 10-foot line. So that was a good read by Pritchard to not have to field a kill it.
Blossom sends it over, received by the Beavers, and a free ball sent over by Kelly, and seems to be a timeout or some sort of call on the court.
Almost looks like something fell off of her wrist, but I'm not totally sure.
Looks like it was something that fell off of Bourne here, but Blossom now just redo the point here. There it's sent over. Solshinsky over to Chichenko off the block of Parker and Horde. I mean, that was a bullet off the hand of Chichenko. Not much you can really do there.
No, especially when it goes off the hands of the block. When there's that much force behind it that Chichenko has, there's not much you can do. Chances are ricochet off your hands.
Back to serve for the Beavers, Emma Villaluz here as they trail 17-22. She floats it over, received by Pritchard. Blossom set back to Pritchard there. Nice dig by Macy as it comes back over. Now it's set to Parker, left pin. Johnny Parker down the middle. Makes it 23-17. I mean, that was another lightning strike by Johnny Parker.
You know what, Matt? As a volleyball player, there's certain players on certain teams that you fear, and Johnny Parker is one of those that you fear.
Pritchard with the serve, and there's a service ace for Erica Pritchard. Grace Macy not able to get her arm on it down the middle there, and now that puts Penn State on set point as the fans at Rec Hall rise to their feet. Here's Pritchard with the serve. Sent over, received by Macy. Set to Goings. Left pin, off the block and down to the ground it goes. Maddie Goings with another kill. That's her fourth of the morning. Makes it 24-18. Set point number 2 upcoming now as Madison Kelly goes back to serve it on the left corner. Sent over, received by Pritchard. Blossom to Parker, off the block, and it falls. Johnny Parker with the set winning kill as Penn State takes set 1, 25-18. We'll head to another break here, and when we come back, it'll be the start of set number 2. Penn State takes set 1, 25-18.
Hit it, or having to have the hitter hit it. Or the right outside hitter hit it. It's a way that you're able to set up a play, even if it doesn't always go your way.
That's a great point there. As you mentioned, a lot of Penn State players, you know, they have multiple positions listed on their roster sheet. And now the Beavers are back to serve as set 2's set to get underway. Emma Villaluz to serve at the right corner as Beavers travel left to right on your radio dial. Rollins with the receive, and Blossom sets it to Pritchard. She taps it over. Nice diving dig by Macy, but Pritchard on the overpass there, able to slam it home, makes it 1-0 Penn State.
The Beavers did have a good try there. However, you can't have a floater go that close to a middle blocker because they'll just slam it right down if you give them the opportunity.
And Blossom now to serve out of the right corner. Received by the Beavers. Here's Goings, left pin, blocked at the net, but it sails out of play. And it'll be a point to Oregon State, makes it 1-1.
Number 16, Uno is serving for Oregon State 1-0.
Back to serve is Laura Unal for Penn State, or for Oregon State, excuse me. She's making her first appearance. Sent over and received by Hampton. Here it comes to Pritchard. Unal off her hands. Diving by Rollins there. It comes to Parker now. Now it's Shulshiski. She sets to Shell down the middle, and Hampton not able to get underneath it there. Makes it 2-1 Oregon State. Unal kind of put Penn State out of system there on her dig there as it sailed over, and Rollins had to run back to get it.
They did. Rollins did have a good touch on it, though. I mean, especially when you're diving for a ball, you're trained as a volleyball player to go after every single thing. Don't let it touch the ground. So Penn State did have a good play with that.
There's Johnny Parker off the block there, down the middle, and ties this one up at 2. That's Parker's 5th kill of the night. She's hitting at a 273 clip. Penn State as a team hitting at 417. Oregon State hitting at 458. So both teams hitting the ball well as here comes Goings. Left pin, nice dig by Hampton. Now it's set to Pritchard out of the back row and off the hands, and it hits the hardwood there, makes it 3-2. Penn State, Erica Pritchard now up to 6 kills. That's a team high. And she's hitting at 417. And she'll be back to serve, right corner. Sent over, received by the Beavers. Here it's a back set there to Bourne. She doesn't exactly get the dip on it that she would have liked. It sails out of bounds cross court, makes it 4-2. Penn State. I was about to say 5, it's only 4. My apologies. Here's Pritchard. Received by the Beavers, but no one gets on the other end of that there. It was Emma Villaluz there. Not able to. She was able to get it up, but no other Beavers went to go get it. Now it's 5-2.
There was definitely a miscommunication with the Beavers, and especially whenever you're going after the ball like that, you have to be able to try and set up your hitter as much as you can.
And there's a nice setup there by Shulshiski to Shell. There makes it 5-3. Point for the Beavers there. That's Shell's 5th kill of the night. That puts her tied with Maddie Goings, and I mean, Shell, she's hitting at .833. I mean, there's not much better you can do, especially for a middle blocker there, but Turner that time with the service error there gives the point to Penn State, makes it 6-3. And a pair of substitutions coming in for Penn State. Keaton Broughton checking in for the first time, and Allie Holland coming back in for Caitlin Horde. Checking out was Jenna Hampton as Broughton came in.
Yeah, frequent substitutions in volleyball aren't too rare, actually, especially when you have the middle blockers go towards the back row.
Here's a nice block by Penn State, but Beavers able to cover. Diving dig there by Broughton. Here it's Parker running away from it, but dug up by the Beavers. Here's Shell running cross court, and that falls to the hardwood there. Pritchard not able to get her hand underneath it. Now it's 4-6, and that was quite the rally there between the two teams.
That was, and this also speaks to Johnny Parker on Penn State. She was actually running backwards and practically tripping, and was still able to get the ball over the net, which is a feat in itself.
Broughton comes back out as Hampton comes back in, and seems to be some sort of delay. Not anymore here. Ryan White ready to serve out of the back right corner for Oregon State. Received by Pritchard. Set to Rollins, left pin. Donna Rollins going cross court there. Her second kill of the morning, makes it 7-4 Penn State in the second set.
The Beavers right before that had actually had a good setup in order to return the ball. However, with both liberos in the back row, there just was a hole there that couldn't be reached.
Johnny Parker there with the service error as it sails over the back line. And now it's 5-7, the Beavers trail. That's the third service error for Penn State on the day. Here's Grace Macy to serve out of the left corner. And back-to-back service errors for both teams there. Going back and forth makes it 8-5 Penn State.
Yeah, service error points can rack up, especially when you're looking at different sets on both sides, especially because the Beavers have gotten a lot of opportunities for points based on Penn State errors today.
Rollins with the serve. Nice receive by Turner. Here's Tuchenko, left pin. Dug by Hampton. Blossom to Holland here, taps it over. Diving save by Macy there, and now it's Cholsiewski with the kill there, the setter getting in on the action there. Gets it to the back line, makes it 6-8.
That was a great dive by Macy. She was able to actually get one forearm on it, which is incredibly hard to do whenever you're diving to the left or the right side. So that was a great dig by Macy. She's able to get that up for the team to get a point.
Cholsiewski back to serve. And a receiving error on the part there of Erica Pritchard. And now it's 7-8, the Beavers trail. This looks like a little bit of a misread there by Pritchard.
It does. It looks like she was trying to angle herself towards the setter, which is what you typically want to do, but I think she wasn't low enough to be able to get the ball.
There, Hampton there with a nice receive, and now Pritchard with the pass over to Holland. And Parker, they kind of collide there and combine that time. They're back set and a free ball sent over by Tuchenko. Here it's set to Pritchard, left pin, tries to go cross court, and a little strong there as it sails over the right line. And now we're tied up at 8 apiece. That's the 5th attacking error on the part of Penn State today.
That and also the communication between the almost collision. Someone wasn't loud enough in calling that, and in volleyball that's essential. You need to be loud, you need to be confident and assertive.
Here's Pritchard now, left pin, nice dig by Cholsiewski. Cross court pass there, and a double touch called there on the Beavers there. Looked like Bourne was trying to get the set over to Tuchenko at the left pin. But the error makes it 9-8 Penn State. Allie Holland will head back to the left corner to serve, right in front of the Penn State bench. Holland sends it over, received by Macy. Here it's set to Tuchenko, left pin. Nice dig by Rollins. Here's Parker on the other left pin. Nice dig by Macy. Tuchenko back to the left pin, and there she's able to get it to the corner. Goes cross court to the back right corner, out of reach for Erica Pritchard.
Yeah, that was a great read. They were able to see how the Nittany Lions were shifting their position towards the direction that they thought the hitter was going to go. but that sometimes that back corner, there's just no way you can return that.
Villaluz with the serve, received by Rollins. Here's Pritchard, left pin. There's the kill for Pritchard. Villaluz not able to get underneath it. She looked a little kind of shocked after that one. I don't know what it was there with Villaluz, but she seems to be all right. It'll be Blossom to serve at the right corner as Penn State leads 10-9 in the second set. Here it's set to Goings. Left pin, and it's off the hands of Gabby Blossom. And we're tied back up at 10.
The Beavers right now are sending a message to Penn State. It's like, hey, we may have lost that first set, but there's no way that this isn't an even competition right now, especially with the way they've been setting up their hits and utilizing all three instead of having to go for frees like they did mostly in set one.
Unal with the serve over. Here it comes to Parker, left pin, off the block and out of bounds. Johnny Parker there picks up her 6th kill of the match and gives Penn State the 11-10 lead.
Serving 10.
Erica Pritchard goes back to serve now for Penn State. Sent over and received by Goings. Here down the middle comes Shell. Lindsay Shell right up in the kitchen there. Ties it up at 11.
Ellie Turner for the Lady Lions.
And a couple of substitutions here by both teams. Ellie Turner coming back in. Maddie Bolivinek coming in for Erica Pritchard. Turner back to serve. Sent over, received by Rollins. Blossom to Horde there. Nice dig by Macy. Here's Goings blocked at the net. And a net violation called on the Beavers there, and it's a point to Penn State.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that the net violation was able to actually cut that play short.
Penn State leading 12-11. Keaton Broughton, who's come back in. She's back to serve out of the left corner for Penn State. Sent over, received by Turner. Macy this time with the pass over to Goings. Nice dig by Rollins. Blossom gets it over to Rollins. She'll roll shot that one over. Here's Shell running on the move, goes down the right side. Lindsay Shell once again. She's done a really good job with those kind of running attacks there. Ties it up at 12.
Yeah, especially with those running attacks, what you want to do is you don't want to show, especially with eye contact, where you're going to hit the ball. So when you do a running attack, the other team doesn't really have much time to see exactly which line you're taking because they're trying to watch your eyes. So that was a good read.
Ryan White to serve out of the right corner for the Beavers. Here it comes on the way, sent over, received by Rollins. Sets a Parker, right pin, taps over. Nice dig by Macy to get on it. Here's Shell, blocked at the net. And now Penn State sets it up. Holland, and there she is blocked. A solo block for Lindsay Shell gives the Beavers the 13-12 lead.
Throughout this set, I don't think, Matt, we haven't stopped saying Lindsay Shell's name this entire time. She's been doing everything, hitting a block, hitting on the corner line. She's been doing everything for the Beavers right now to give them the lead.
Bilanovic there with the receive. Rollins with a thunderous strike. Goes cross court, ties it up at 13 from the left antenna.
Parker, your server, 13 goals.
Johnny Parker back to serve out of the right corner. Sent over, going down the middle there. Turner with an overpass on the receive there. Blossom goes cross court with the pass, and it's blocked at the net. Szulciski and Shell combining that time. And Szulciski was very pumped up after that one.
Yeah, I think now they're finally getting into a rhythm. And as a volleyball player, once you get into a rhythm, automatically your enthusiasm starts going, your adrenaline gets pumping. It's a nice place to be and not a nice place if you're on the opposite side of the ball.
Bilanovic with the receive. Blossom to Rollins there. Nice dig by White. Here's Tachenko at the left antenna. Nice dig there by Hampton. And now Rollins at the left pin. Received and dug by the Beavers. And there's Unal coming down the middle off the arm of Hampton. That's her first kill I believe of the season there for Unal. Makes it 15-13 Beavers here in the second set. It'll be Macy to serve once again out of the left corner. Sent over, received by Rollins. It's set down the middle to Pritchard there. Macy able to dig it out. Chachenko goes cross court, nice diving dig by Hampton. Rollins at the left pin, it's off the tape. Never got over the net and out of play. Point for the Beavers makes it 16-13. And it's a 3-0 scoring run for the Beavers. If you're head coach Russ Rose, you may be looking to take a timeout here?
Probably, if they can't get the point here, would be a good decision.
And there it's off the arms of Maddie Vilanovic, and it's a service ace for Macy. Makes it 17-13. And there it is, the timeout by head coach Russ Rose, as the Beavers have a 17-13 lead. We've been talking for a while, so we'll send it to a break here. Oregon State leading 17-13 here in the second set on Big Ten Plus. Oregon State currently leading the second set. They lead 17-13 over Penn State here in the morning match of the final day of the Penn State Classic. And we're approaching noon here. It's still the morning here. This match started up at 11 a.m. If you're just joining us, I'm Matt Scouser, joining alongside me. Emma Holtz here. Penn State with a 1-0 lead in the match here. They won the first set 25-18, but now the Beavers look to be in prime position to take the second set as Macy out of the left corner sent over. Rollins there crashing into the scorer's table, and a free ball sent over by Holland. Szolszewski center dump, Hampton there. Here's Rollins, left pin blocked at the net. It's Szolszewski and Udall there combining for that one. Szolszewski with a little bit of a McGregor-esque walk there after that block.
Exactly, especially with how beautiful that looked, with just how perfect it spun off the hands. They should be feeling confident, especially after that point.
It's 18-13 now, their lead. Pritchard with the receive. Here's Parker coming out of the back row. Nice dig there by Macy. Comes back over to Penn State side. Here's Holland, tries to tap it over the middle. Szolszewski there, able to keep it up. Now she goes for an attack at the right pin, dug by Hampton. Rollins at the left pin, taps it over. And looks like Udall and Szolszewski not able to get enough of that one as it falls on Oregon State's side. And Penn State able to stop the 5-0 scoring run by the Beavers, makes it 14-18, they trail.
Yeah, this was the perfect time for them to do that, because once a team gets on a scoring run, it can mess with your mental mindset.
Rollins sent it over, received by the Beavers. Chachenko with a roll shot over. Here's Holland on the move there. Nice dig by Turner, comes back over. And Blossom with a setter dump there, comes back over once more. Holland down the middle. You mentioned it earlier, when there's such a middle blocker at the height of Ford or Holland and you have a floater on a dig come over, it's really just difficult to respond to that.
It is, and especially it's the responsibility of the hitters to notice that floater, that they can find that hole quickly and put it away before the other team has time to react.
Here's Chachenko at the left pin attack there. Blocked but covered by the Beavers. Chachenko once more, she rolls it over. Hampton. Here's Holland now, cross court once again. Allie Holland going cross court with a beautiful kill there. And now Penn State starting to go on a little bit of a run here. 2 straight points. They now only trail 16-18.
Exactly. That was a good effort by the Beavers, though. One of the things is when the ball is coming over, the girls tend to go closer to the net to be able to back up somebody in case a play goes wrong. For
Penn State there. There's a bad set by Szolszewski, and that's really the first one she's had today and maybe this whole weekend where she's made an error setting. Rollins sent it over. That's a better set by Szolszewski, but it's blocked at the net, but out of play off the hands of Blossom and Holland. Makes it 19-17. Oregon State leads as Penn State's clawed their way back in on a 4-0 scoring run that was just stopped. Szolszewski back to serve the right corner near the Oregon State benches. Received by Hampton. Blossom with the far set over to Pritchard. Nice dig by Chachenko. Some error there, and Johnny Parker running into her own teammate there, but she's able to get it over. Here's Bourne, blocked at the net. Erica Pritchard and Allie Holland combining there. point to Penn State, makes it 18-17.
That was quick turnaround from the miscommunication, because sometimes if that communication can go awry, it can completely skew your play. So that was a good job by Penn State. They were able to get out of whatever that miscommunication was and still get the point.
Allie Holland there, service error there as it sails over the far right side. Makes it 20-18 here. Villaluz coming back in for Oregon State. Tuchenko comes out. Emily Bourne also back in. Villaluz. And there's a service error by Villaluz. And now it's 20-19 here. We're going back and forth with service errors. It's the second time it's happened today.
Exactly. And also with those service errors, sometimes if you don't throw or toss the ball right, and if you're going backwards onto your heels, it's really easy to overstep and actually have the ball go out of bounds.
Macy with the receive. Here's Goings at the left pin. Off the chest of Blossom there, but not able to get it up enough. And that's 4 touches by Penn State. Gives the Beavers a 21-19 lead. They're closing in on a set point here in the second set. Lara Unal goes back to serve at the far left corner. She sends it over there, received by Hampton. Blossom gets it over to Parker, going cross court. Nice dig by Unal off the forearm. Here's Goings, left pin. Blocked it off the hands of Johnny Parker. Makes it 22-19. Oregon State leads.
Penn State right now must be feeling the heat, especially because they're letting them go on another scoring run again, and that can be very dangerous, especially with this Beavers team.
And Penn State feeling the pressure. Head coach Russ Rose opting to take a timeout here. Well, we'll keep it right here. We'll stay right here. We've gotten a break too many times. Oregon State leading 22-19, and we met.
And Oregon State, they're both very close, which means they're both hitting really well. Now, the one thing I would say is service errors, or just errors in general, are plaguing both teams. And right now, Oregon State is handling those errors a lot better, which is giving them the upper hand. So I would say the winner of this set is going to be the team that makes fewer errors.
You touch on errors, and well, Penn State has a bit more of them. In terms of attacking errors, Oregon State has 5 to Penn State's 9. Both equal on service errors, 4 apiece. But blocking error for Penn State, that's 1 for them. But Oregon State, Shulshiski had a setting error not too long ago, so I mean they're pretty even in terms of errors. It's just the attacking errors, and as you mentioned, that'll probably hurt Penn State and has been hurting them. Might cost them this set.
Both teams are also, as I touched upon earlier with versatility in the position, both teams are playing very well in terms of they can have multiple people with a special kind of position play all around the court.
There's a service error there by Unal. She'll come out now as Macy comes back in. Makes it 22-20 here. And checking in for Penn State, Kate Fitzpatrick here, taking out Adana Rollins. Fitzpatrick last night had a pair of kills against Iowa State. Here's Pritchard, sends it over. Set down the middle to Shell. Diving save there by Hampton, but she comes over the center line under the net. That'll be a point for Oregon State, makes it 23-20.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate when you sometimes can't even help your own momentum and you get right underneath that center line there. It was definitely a good effort because, of course, you can't let that ball drop, but an unfortunate error that can cost them the set.
Here's Turner back to serve. Beavers are just 2 points away here. Sent over, received by Hampton. Blossom to Parker. Oh, what a bullet! Johnny Parker. A missile from the right pin. I mean, no one's stopping that one. Makes it 21-23 now.
Absolutely not. With Parker, you just have to expect that she's going to go full force at it. And especially whenever you're behind in a set, you're going to get angry. You're going to play on that adrenaline.
Hampton there, sends it over. Macy with the receive. Here's Goings, left pit, blocked at the net. Johnny Parker, a solo block. And now Penn State get back into a trail by 1, and Johnny Parker is certainly getting that momentum, and that confidence is flying up. The Beavers now opt to take a timeout here as Penn State only trails by 1. Oregon State leads 23-22. We'll head to a break here on Big Ten Plus. Second set here between Penn State and Oregon State. I'm Matt Scouser, joined alongside me is Emma Holtz here. Oregon State with a 23-22 lead over Penn State in the second set. Penn State with a 1-0 lead in the match so far. They took the first set. Here's Hampton to serve. Float serve over there. Received by the Beavers. Here's Shell on the run, and it just gets over the tape and out of play there, and it puts the Beavers on set point.
Yeah, especially with that particular hit, it just grazed the tape and hit the line, which is exactly the type of thing that you want as at this close of a score. Then that was almost a perfect play.
Goings to serve it as Beavers are on set point here. Blossom to Parker there, cross court, and it's Johnny Parker once again. That's her 8th kill of the morning. Still the morning, we're only 2 minutes from the afternoon now, but makes it a 24-23 Oregon State lead now as Parker goes back to serve. Sent over and received. Here's Tkachenko off the block, but and covered by Penn State. Parker there off the hands, nice dig by Goings. Tkachenko once again, and she hits it out of bounds there, and we're tied up at 24 here. A point for Penn State there, and Oregon State will opt to take another timeout as the crowd at Rec Hall is starting to get into it. We'll stay right here because we just came out of a break, so we'll keep it here. We don't want to have it be quiet for those of you watching or listening at home. So, you know, we talked about it coming out of the break, during the break, that Penn State's able to win this set or come back in it. It might shake the confidence of the Beavers, and it looks like it's done that as they were on set point, and now 2 straight points by the Nittany Lions has it tied up at 24.
Especially the Nittany Lions in particular have been able to use that bit of that nervousness that they're feeling whenever they're behind by 2 points. So now they're tied, which means they have to win by 2, and especially when you're going in this high intensity of environment, they have to keep their focus, especially on both teams, because if Oregon State lets themselves lose that
5-24.
Penn State needed a play like that. Not only was it perfect off the top of their hands to hit it out of bounds, but now they have the upper hand, and can they keep the upper hand is the question.
Barker with the serve, received by Turner. It's set to Shell, blocked at the net. Here out of system, it's a free ball sent over by the Beavers. Hampton, Blossom comes over to Kate Patrick, and it's blocked at the net. A huge block there by Izzy Shulshiski. And Kate Fitzpatrick there for their first attack. Doesn't go to plan, and now we're tied up at 25.
Oregon State for a minute there looked like they were scrambling to get the free ball over, but now they've tied it back up again.
Macy with the serve, Pritchard gets it over. Here's a running attack by Holland, a pancake dig by Macy. Shulshiski gets it over. Here's Pritchard. Here's Holland down the middle. Allie Holland comes right down the middle, and now Penn State back on set point, 26-25. And AC Fitzpatrick, well, it looks like she was going to go back to serve. Now she will not. Casey Kirshen will come back in here for this one.
Set point number 2 for the Nittany Lions.
Set point number 2 upcoming for Penn State. Cassie Kirshen, excuse me, the 5'9" freshman out of Knoxville, Tennessee, gets it over out of the left corner. Oh, she does not get it over. Goes into the net. I spoke too soon. I might have jinxed it there. My apologies. We're tied up at 26 now.
When you're this close and tied up like you are, especially when you're serving, half the time when you're tossing, your hands are shaking, so it's really easy to make a service error like they did.
Shulshiski back to serve, sort of out of that left middle part. Gets it over, Hampton with the receive. It's set to Pritchard, left pin, and she gets it to go. Erica Pritchard. Penn State back on set point for the 3rd time. And Jenna Hampton will come out. Caitlin Ward comes back in. And Allie Holland will go back to serve for Penn State out of the left corner. Sent over, an overpass there by Goings. Parker on the dig. Here's Horde down the middle, and she's just a bit too strong with it. And we're tied back up at 27 here. Caitlin Ford hasn't been in a while Maybe a little bit of coldness, rust. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but not fresh. I feel like that's a better way of describing it. Not able to get it down the back line. Looks like they might be challenging it. And we'll stay at 27 each. It was a close call. I don't know if there was enough there on the replay to overturn that one.
I agree, Matt. I think with that particular camera angle, with the ball going as fast as it is, it's really hard to tell if it grazed the fingers or just went above, so they just went with the safe choice.
And Chichenko will serve out of the left corner in front of the Penn State bench. Received by Pritchard. Blossom to Horde, taps it over. Nice dig by Goings and sent over there. Here, Blossom all out of whack here. And now we're back on the system here. Pritchard, left antenna, that time it's in play. No debate on that one. Makes it 28-27 here.
Yeah, that was a bit of a scramble on both sides of the ball, especially whenever you're tipping as much as you are, or with as much as Penn State and Oregon State were. It's really hard to be able to set up a good play, so then with that, Pritchard was able to put it away.
Blossom with the serve over. Shulshinsky sets it to Goings, blocked at the net. Covered by Oregon State here. A joust at the net there. It'll be a point to Penn State there, and that will do it. 4 hits called on Oregon State. That'll do it for the second set. Penn State takes an electric second set, 29-27. I believe. They're looking something over. It goes Oregon State's way. So we'll just redo that right there. So a redo on that one. Whereas it stays at 28-27.
I think it was too close to call. I think with the referees, they just said, let's redo the points. Too hard to see.
So Russ Rose having some words with the officials here. I mean, obviously, when you just win the set there, you're not exactly happy to have it go back and have to redo the point. But it looks like we're underway here. Back underway again. Gabby Blossom to serve. Set point for Penn State here in the second set. Coming out of the left corner. Sent over and received by Chichenko. It's set to Goings, and Goings with a thunderous strike there. Ties it back up at 28 from the left pin. I mean, no one's stopping that. That was a bullet.
Absolutely not. It's way too far down the trajectory. It's straight to the court. There's hardly a chance that you're able to get under it before it hits.
We're tied back up at 28 in the second set. Here's Unal back to serve. Gets it over. Hampton with the receive. Pritchard off the block, but covered by the Beavers. Here's Goings, right by the 3-meter line, blocked. And then here it comes Bourne, and Bourne off the block there. And it's a point for the Beavers here. Makes it 29-28. The momentum just changed in size now. Penn State thinking they had the win. Now Oregon State on set point here. Unal will be back to serve. Emily Bourne picking up the kill on that one. Received by Hampton. Blossom to Horde, off the block there. Dug by Chichenko. Goings at the left pin. Dig by Hampton. Blossom goes cross court to Parker. Off the arm and out of play. Shulshinsky was trying to do everything she could, but she probably would have ran into the railing there, her assistant coach, making sure that doesn't happen. And now we're tied back up at 29. The second set has been electric, to say the least.
It has. The excitement, just back and forth battle between both of these teams is exhilarating to watch.
Pritchard with the serve. Shulshinsky gets it over to Goings. It's blocked. Bourne able to get it over, but it's out of play. Caitlin Horde and Gabby Blossom with the block there. And ricochet off the arm of Goings and put really the Beavers out of system there. And now we're back to set point once again for Penn State. Pritchard to serve. Sent over, received by Chichenko. Comes to Goings at the left pin off the block. Diving save by Pritchard. Free ball sent over by Parker. Down the middle comes Shell. Lindsay Shell down the middle. I mean, this is a never-ending set here. We're tied back up at 30.
The talent on both of these teams has proven to be evenly matched as this set has gone on, and now we're into the 30s in terms of points. So this is getting crazy.
Bourne with the serve, Hampton with the receive. Here it comes Parker, right pin, Johnny Parker. Wow. I'm running out of ways to describe Johnny Parker here, because it's just another frozen rope. That's a new one there. Makes it 31-30. Jenna Hampton to serve out of the left corner now.
A way to describe Johnny Parker is just to have your mouth be open and just in awe.
A receiving error by Oregon State, and that will do it for the second set. Jenna Hampton picking up the service ace, and that'll give Penn State a 2-0 lead over the Beavers. I mean, an electric second set. So much excitement. Penn State takes it 32-30. Well, both of us are going to need a break after that one here. Yeah, as you mentioned, Shell, I mean, what is there not to say? She has a .688 hitting percentage today, 11 kills. And everyone in that trio that you mentioned for Penn State, all hitting above 350. Eric Pritchard is lowest at 350. Johnny Parker, 364. Allie Holland at 462. And so Gabby Blossom set to serve out of the right corner as Penn State traveling right to left in their home whites. Sent over and received by Goings. A little bit of an overpass. Horde comes over the net there, and not able to get back was Villaluz. And the rest of the Beaver defense there gives Penn State the 1-0 lead here in the third set.
Oregon State seemed to be coming up towards the net as if anticipating a tip, and that's the perfect time to have it go deep for Penn State.
Szolszewski with a back set there, and it goes through the block of Ward, and Pritchard falls down. It looked like they weren't exactly close enough to the net to where, because it just fell down in front of them.
Yes, especially when you're trying to move, you have to be in communication with your middle and your outside hitters, because if you're not close enough, it's easily going to go between you, and you don't have time to be able to react.
Bunal with the serve there, received by Hampton. Blossom sets it to Parker coming through the middle. Villaluz having trouble with it, and the Beavers not able to get it. Szolszewski there. Well, that time she's going through the chairs. Last time her assistant coach saved her from it. This time not able to do so, and now it's 2-1. Penn State leads in the third set. Pritchard sends over, received by Goings. Here it is, Vivian Light checking in there, and she tries to go cross court. Can't do so. And it goes out of play, a hitting error there for her. Not exactly the start you would have wanted coming in off the bench.
No, especially now that it's 3-1, and you kind of have to fight your way back early in the set, which is never good.
There she is again, Lindsay Shell coming down the middle there. That's her 12th kill of the night. Well, not night, my apologies. It's now afternoon, I can say afternoon. 12th kill of the afternoon / morning, whatever you want to call it here. Oregon State trails 2-3 as Ellie Turner comes out of the right corner and tries to go cross court to the back left, the other right corner for Penn State side, but it sails a bit long, makes it 4-2. Penn State leads.
Seems to be a lot of overcompensating, on both sides really, but in terms of serves, there's a lot of overcompensating as to try and get it deep, but you're not getting the downspin on it enough.
Hampton there with another deep serve, as you mentioned there, and a free ball sent over by the Beavers as they were out of system. Back set by Blossom. Parker going cross court, and there it is. That catches the line, makes it 5-2. Penn State leads over Oregon State. Jenna Hampton will continue to serve out of the right corner in front of the Penn State bench. She sends it over, received by Macy. Here's Shell running, and it's off the hands of Rollins. Lindsay Shell picks up another kill, makes it 3-5. As Ryan White comes back in, as does Katerina Chichenko coming out, Maddie Goings and Emma Villaluz. Ryan White serving out of the near left corner for the Beavers. Received by Pritchard. Set back to Pritchard there, and it's straight to the net there. was a great setup there for Pritchard coming out of the back row. Not able to get enough of it over the net.
It was. I mean, even with the rules stating with going towards the 10-foot line right there, you have to be able to jump and not cross the 10-foot line. So that was a good setup, but it just couldn't make it through.
Parker there tries to go cross court. And a touch is called there on the Beavers there. A point given to Penn State gives them a 6-4 lead. That's Parker's 12th kill of the night. She now serves. Sent over, received by White. Sholshiski with a running back set. Here's Blossom, gets it to Pritchard from the back line once more. Sholshiski taps it over, diving dig by Hampton. Blossom back set to Parker there, nice dig by Macy. It comes to Tachenko at the left pin, dug by Pritchard. Here's Rollins at the left pin. We're going back and forth again. Hampton gets it to Rollins, that time into the net there. A hitting error by Donna Rollins. It will cost Penn State. Oh, it won't cost Penn State. It, I guess, must have been blocked out of bounds there. Rollins was kind of dejected after it. I guess she didn't realize it had gone off one of the Oregon State players. Makes it 7-4, and Johnny Parker will continue to serve. Nice receive there by Turner. Here's Tachenko at the left pin. Penn State here, Holland down the middle there. Nice dig by Macy. Shell down the middle. And trying to save it there was Hampton and Parker, but it falls to the court there.
That was just at the right angle where Hampton couldn't quite get to it. She had to outstretch her arm. And then especially whenever you have to hit it in the right spot to get it to even go up, or else it's going to spin back down to the court. It was a good try, though.
7-5 now, the lead for Penn State there. Nice receive by Pritchard off the serve from Macy. Rollins at the left pin. Off the block there of Ball, and Sholshiski gives the point to Penn State, makes it 8-5.
We saw Rollins last set. She was doing a lot of like an honorary libero position. She was doing a lot of digs and getting a lot of balls off the court. So now it's all about hitting for her this set.
She's got 4 kills on the night. Here comes Tachenko at the left pin. A thunder strike there off the block of Holland and Blossom and into the line judge there. Took it right off her chest. So now it's a 6 serving 8 here with Oregon State. Back to serve. It's Sholshiski. That's been a fun one to say today. Sent over, received by Hampton. Back set to Parker, coming down the middle. I mean, Johnny Parker just does it all there. Another kill for her. Her 13th of the afternoon gives Penn State a 9-6 lead.
Those back row hits can be really lethal, especially if you're coming at it from the right angle, because when you're going at a running start, you're seeing above the net at a different angle than which you would at the front of the net. So that was a great job by Parker.
Here's Tachenko, left pin, blocked at the net. Caitlin Horde, Gabby Blossom, combined there. And it's 10-6 now, Penn State leads.
10, serving 6.
For Horde, that's her second block of the day. Macy with the receive off the serve from Holland. Here comes Light there at the left pin, able to get it down the line. Gives the point to the Beavers there, makes it 8-10 they trail. Some more substitutions. Goings comes in for White, and Tachenko comes out as Villaluz comes back in.
The Beavers set up a really good angle there where they were able to have them go off at a running start and get it straight down into the middle where the hole was.
Pritchard with the receive now. She taps it over at the left antenna, but it doesn't get over as it catches the tape, comes back over to Penn State's side. And it becomes 4 hits by the Nittany Lions there. 8-10 now, the Beavers trail. Villaluz floats it over, dips down. Pritchard able to get underneath it. Here's Horde running down the middle there. Dug by the Beavers. Goings at the left pin, dug by Hampton. Blossom gets it over to Pritchard, left antenna. The Beavers able to get underneath it. Goings once more. And now we're going back and forth. Horde on the run. Nice dig by Sholshiski. Comes back over to the Penn State side. Blossom with the center dump down the right side. It catches the line. I mean, just what a rally there, and it gives Penn State the 11-8 lead.
And it's a great way to also throw off your opponent as well, because when you're going on a rally with a lot of 3 hits on either side, if you do if the setter can do a quick dump down the line, it's a great way to throw them off.
Here's Goings now, left pin. A little strong there. Rollins with a diving dig. Here's Parker now, right pin. Nice dig by Shulshiski. Here comes Light, right pin, off the hands of Horden. Pritchard on the block there. And now Oregon State trails just 9-11. That's the second kill there. Or I believe the third kill, my apologies there, for Vivian Light.
Since she's been in, Light has had a really good way of finding those holes and also getting a lot of opportunities as well. She's kind of going up the ranks in the roster right now in terms of who's getting opportunities.
Unal now into serve. She's had a big day today, really in the middle for the Beavers there. Pritchard with an awkward receive, but Parker coming down the left side there. Nice dig by Shulshiski. A free ball will be sent over. Rollins with a nice dig. Here's Horde down the middle. Caitlin Horde, there she is. Haven't called her name in a little while there. Her 6th kill of the day gives Penn State the 12-9 lead. Erica Pritchard back to serve out of the right corner. And it's a service ace for Erica Pritchard, just out of reach of the diving Villaluz. And it's 13-9 Penn State.
That was a great serve by Pritchard. She was able to get a bit of downspin on it, so it almost hit at the 10-foot line and evade the defenders.
Villaluz with a nice receive there. Here's Goings, left pin at the net there. Horde and Parker combining there. It's a point for Penn State. It makes it 14-9. It's a 3-0 scoring run. And head coach Frank Barnard wants to take a timeout, talk things over with his team. Well, we'll head to a quick break here. 14-9, Penn State leading here in the 3rd set. 2-0 overall in the match here on Big Ten Plus. We're back here for the 3rd set here. Penn State leading 14-9 over the Oregon State Beavers here on Big Ten Plus. I'm Matt Scaliger, joined alongside me, Emma Holtz here. Penn State currently on a 3-0 scoring run. And they have a 2-set lead here, 2-0 in the match overall. Erica Pritchard, that one catches the tape but gets over. Here's Vivian Light at the right pin, off the hands of Donna Rollins and Caitlin Horde going for the block. That's Light's 4th kill of the afternoon. And she'll come out now. They trail 10-14 now.
What's impressive about Light, too, is she has a hitting percentage of .600 at the time right now, which is one of the highest on the team.
There goes that lady, Caitlin Horde, down the middle, 15-10. 3-time All-American, preseason All-Big Ten. I mean, it's not much you can do to stop her there. She's come alive in this 4th set with their 7th kill there, and it gives Penn State a 15-10 lead. Jenna Hampton comes back in, as does Allie Holland, taking out Caitlin Horde. Hampton to serve out of the left corner. Acey with the receive here. A center dump attempt there by Ashley Beaver. But a double touch was called on her. So it's a 16-10 lead now for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, it looks like the volleyball didn't come clean off of her hands, which can easily signal a double hit.
There's Hampton with the serve, receive there, and there's a better serve, or pass there by Beaver, but I mean, there's not much you can do when Allie Holland and Johnny Parker are up there to meet you at the net.
They're an intimidating force to deal with their hitting aside, and then blocking is a whole nother beast.
Gives Penn State a 17-10 lead, and now it's a 3-0 scoring run. They're starting to run away a little bit here in the 2nd set, and I spoke maybe a little bit too soon there. A service there by Jenna Hampton. And now it's 11-17. The Beavers trail. Ryan White coming back in to serve.
White serving at 11-17.
She'll be serving the left corner on the right corner of the Beavers side, as she has done throughout the match. She sends it over. Received by Pritchard. Here's a quick set to Holland. Nice dig there by White. Chichenko at the left pin. And it comes off the hands awkwardly. Hampton racing after it, as does Parker, but it came off the hands awkwardly of Pritchard, and it came spiraling back all the way to the bleachers where the blue band was last night. I mean, you would have needed some superhuman strength to get that one over the net from where they were.
Exactly. It was a good job by Jenna Hampton trying to get after it. It looked like she almost rolled her ankle, but she looks okay now.
Blossom with the back set to Parker. Nice dig there by Macy. That came high, almost at the ceiling in Rec Hall. Free ball sent over. Back set once more. Parker cross court. Another dig, that time by Turner. Here it's set to Rollins at the left pin, and there she goes. And Anna Rollins cross court gets the kill. Gives Penn State the 18-12 lead. Anastasia Kudrashova coming in now. Her first appearance today. She takes out Gabby Blossom, the redshirt junior out of Russia, a Rutgers transfer from a couple years ago. Her first year in Happy Valley was last year. Some more size for the Nittany Lions in the front row. Here's Rollins, able to get up the ball and dump it down over Beaver on the overpass, gives Penn State the 19-12 lead.
Rollins seemed to read Oregon State and that she knew that they couldn't exactly get the ball down, so there was an opportunity for her to just be able to tip it over, and sometimes just having a little bit of finesse can actually do more than being super powerful in that case.
Parker with the serve there, but sent back over by the Beavers. Here's Rollins, left pin once again. Nice dig there by Macy to get underneath it. White from the back line, dug by Hampton. Parker, quick set to Holland down the middle. Allie Holland up to 8 kills now, and it gives Penn State a 20-12 lead. Oregon State opts to take a timeout. We'll stay right here as we're potentially nearing the end here of this third set and the match as a whole, as Penn State holds that 20-12 lead. And Holland saw it on the replay. Right down the middle, she's hitting a 438 clip, the sophomore. She saw limited time last year as a freshman, but has really blossomed into a role here. Here's Beaver with the back set to Shell, and Rollins from the left pin gets it over. Beaver back to Shell there. Nice dig there by Pritchard. Parker gets it back to Rollins, left pin, and it's blocked at the net there by Oregon State, but it sails out of bounds. Gives the Penn State a 20-12 lead.
Number 10, Angelina Stark is in for the Nittany Lions.
If you're Oregon State right now, you have to be thinking not necessarily of the score, because if you start looking up at the scoreboard, it can mess with your typical mindset going into this. So if you're Oregon State, you really just got to focus on every play, one hit at a time.
And there's a receiving error on the part of Ellie Turner. Gives the service ace to Johnny Parker, and it's 22-12. Also, just checking in for the Penn State, Angelina Stark, the freshman, getting her first appearance today. Parker with the serve once more, and it's back-to-back service aces, Johnny Parker. The Penn State bench is loving it, and it's 23-12 now.
Speaking from my experience as a libero, if you shank a ball coming in from a serve, it can be pretty hard to take, and especially when you get aced, it can be hard to take. So Oregon State has to fight for every point here.
Almost 3 straight there as it caught the tape, but Oregon State sends a free ball over. Parker with the serve. Kudrashova coming in. White able to dig it out. Dumped over by Chichenko. Hampton back to Kudrashova. Right pin. Another great dig there by White. Turner to Chichenko. Cross court. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's definitely the way to describe that. The digging in that particular play by Oregon State was phenomenal. That they were able to get any hands on that and then put it away.
Grace Macy will go back to serve for the Beavers. That left corner sent over, received by Stark. Parker sets it to Kudrashova, blocked at the net, but Hampton able to get it. Back set by Parker to Rollins, and that's blocked again. Chichenko and Unal combined there. They're coming back into it. They're trying to fight and scrap till that very last point. The Beavers are where they trail 14-23.
the reaction time, especially with Penn State, has been pretty good considering they can get quickly off the block here.
Kudryashova that time from the left antenna. And it's Anastasia Kudryashova picking up a kill there. And we're on to match point now. 24-14, Penn State leads. Adana Rollins back to serve. Received by Turner. Beaver sets it to Tachenko. Blocked at the net. Kudryashova and Ali Holland combined there. And the Nittany Lions win it.
What a way to end that set. Wow.
I mean, to say the least.